Well, Tom, officials stressed today that these findings are preliminary, but many felt that it was a good start in examining the pressing problem of opioid abuse and treatment.
It is the first phase of a review of how insurance companies are handling claims by people seeking help for opioid abuse and addiction in the state. The study that started in November examined 11,650 claims from last year and determined that no laws were broken in the way that they were handled.
Well, I think we learned that there is a number of folks who are who have private insurance who are seeking substance abuse treatment for opioid addiction. Some of them are getting the care that they need. Some of them are challenged in doing that.
The Insurance Commission presented their findings Friday to this group that is studying substance abuse and treatment in the state. Of the more than 11,000 cases they examined, a group of experts looked closely at the 64 claims that were denied.
Out of the 64 denials, we found that they disagreed with 8 of them, but the disagreements were primarily regarding inpatient versus outpatient treatment and that sort of thing.
The preliminary review also found that the network of service was more of a challenge in the northern part of the state than the south. They also found that few people who were denied care made use of the appeals process. Marty Bolden works with people struggling with opioid addiction and says very few people who actually need help try to get it.
I think it's about stigma. People who have problems with alcohol or other drugs are afraid to talk out loud. They're afraid to talk to their healthcare providers about it.
The second part of this study will examine parity, whether people with addictions are treated the same as people with other medical conditions like cancer. That review is expected to be done by the summer. Reporting live, I'm Andy Hirschberger, WMUR News 9.